Oh, people, that last segment wasn't the end of the heat between Mercedes Moné and Liberty Belle Danielle, who got into it a second time after they had gone backstage.
It's Moné's fault. She wouldn't leave it alone.
The two had to be separated. Moné has been ejected from the building, and Tex Lynch has taken Danielle back to the hotel for the night. Steve Groves, before you go, what's the word on these two? Will there be a double title match between Danielle and Mercedes?
I prefer to see this match not happen, because to do it will mean having to pull a few strings with Shiro Torihata over at Japan 5-Star. But at this point, and after 2 unsanctioned brawls in one night between them, we may have no choice but to make those calls and make this deal. Although again, I wish that wasn't necessary.
Their relationship status is complicated.
And while that might be true, Myron, we'll have to turn our attention back to the next match, a tag team matchup involving the Hungarian Hurricane Tibor Belescu, the Greek hustler Harry Alexandros joining forces for the first time against the United Kingdom's Niles Wickheiser and Ballarat Jack Jones.
Belescu to the rescue!
This next tag team match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by light heavyweight champion Sir Reggie Smythe at a combined weight of 462 pounds, representing Team Euro, the team of Tibor Belescu and Ari Alexandros.
While the three of them competed together on Snow, tonight it's going to be just Belescu and Ari Alexandros going up against the United Kingdom.
This one's gonna prove interesting. Sir Reggie Smythe, with absolutely zero love for Niles Wickheiser or Ballarat Jack Jones, and he stated he's supremely confident that the team of Belescu and Ari Alexandros can take the United Kingdom down.
They were terrific as a trio, so there's no reason to think that the powerhouse Belescu and the technical skills of the Greek hustler couldn't pick up the win in this match, even if Niles Wickheiser and Ballarat Jack Jones have kinda semi. Home field advantage with the handful of fans that actually like the United Kingdoms.
Both of them.
I sincerely doubt there are more than 2, Myron.
Okay, so maybe there's 6 in the entire building.
You are just so wrong sometimes, Myron. But it's what we love about you.
Oh, that's sweet.
Their opponents, at a combined weight of 485 pounds, the team of Niles Wickheiser and Ballarat Jack Jones, the United Kingdoms.
The United Kingdom's Niles Wickheiser and Ballarat Jack Jones, and Ballarat Jack is still very heated about his loss to Billy Whitemoon in his match for the Mid-South Championship. So he is arriving in a very bad mood, and Niles Wickheiser is practically always in a bad mood.
It's funny, too, how they changed their minds. Initially, when I offered them this match, they balked at it. They didn't want it. But then all of a sudden, Ballarat Jack looks over at Niles and changes his mind about it, and now here we are.
Did they give you any reason why they changed their minds?
Absolutely not. They just decided they were going to go for it all of a sudden. Well, we'll see what happens.
Really would have disappointed those 6 fans if they hadn't signed for this match. Huh, Myron?
All half dozen of them.
Well, it is going to be the Hungarian Hurricane Tibor Belescu and Niles Wickheiser starting off in this tag team matchup. Referee Charles Lacera sounds the bell. They come center ring. Wickheiser off the middle rope with a flying punch to Tibor Belescu. Belescu gathered up by Wickheiser again. Niles whips him to the UK corner. Wickheiser yanking on the arm against the ropes on the Hungarian Hurricane. Belescu again draped over the rope, a kick to the calf from Niles Wickheiser. Niles spins him around with a hard right, goes into a sleeper hold almost at once. Fairly close to the ropes, though. But Belescu countering with a jawbreaker, getting himself free. The Hungarian Hurricane whips Wickheiser to the Team Euro corner. The Hungarian Hurricane smashes his head into the turnbuckle. Niles Wickheiser getting a little bit of what he just gave out to Tibor Belescu. Belescu definitely paying it back with interest on Niles Wickheiser. There's a kick to the ribs and another. The Hungarian Hurricane takes down Niles Wickheiser. There's a stomp to the chest. And now Belescu with a face wash to Niles Wickheiser, rebounds off the ropes, and there's another. And Niles Wickheiser rolls out towards center ring. Belescu up on the middle rope, getting some support from the Liverpool fans, and here comes Ballarat Jack Jones, who catches a running kick from Belescu, who turns his attention back to Niles Wickheiser, delivers a series of kicks to the head, and then a running kick to Belescu, the Hungarian Hurricane. A one-man army here. Ballarat Jack with Belescu up over the shoulder, head first into the turnbuckle, goes the Hungarian Hurricane. Belescu catches a series of kicks to the head from Ballarat Jack. Jones rounds up Belescu, whips him to the UK's corner, a clothesline, and an elbow to the face, and out rolls Tibor Belescu. The Hungarian Hurricane looking for an exit here, and he finds it. Here comes the Greek hustler, Ari Alexandros. Alexandros locks up with Ballarat Jack, has him up over the shoulders. Oh, look at this, an airplane spin. A move we don't see all too often anymore. And down goes Ballarat Jack. The Greek hustler rounds up Ballarat Jack, whips him to his team's corner. Here's a tag to Belescu, and here comes a double team from Team Euro. A whip to the ropes for Ballarat Jack, and a back body drop as Sir Reggie Smythe looks on. Here comes Niles Wickheiser on the tag. Both men miss with their running kicks. Wickheiser with Belescu up over the shoulder. There's a spinning punch and a quick cover from Wickheiser. One, but only just the one. Tibor Belescu back up on his feet, gets a hold of Niles Wickheiser. Wickheiser with the upper hand, driving knees into the midsection of the Hungarian Hurricane. Belescu catches another wicked series of kicks to the head, and I do believe he just got busted open. There's the stomp to the shoulder from Wickheiser. Wickheiser raining left hands on the head of the Hungarian Hurricane. It seems as if the United Kingdoms don't appreciate being embarrassed by Tibor Belescu, who spins him around and goes into a sleeper, busted open and bleeding and everything. But Wickheiser counters with a jawbreaker, and Tibor Belescu is hurt. A spinning back fist from Niles Wickheiser. Wickheiser with a clothesline. Oh my, Tibor Belescu is definitely busted up here. Here's a cover one, but again, only a one. The resilience of the Hungarian Hurricane. Wickheiser whips Belescu to the UK's corner. There's a kick to the ribs. Another kick to the ribs, and Niles Wickheiser matching Tibor Belescu move for move practically. Here's a face wash to Tibor Belescu. Belescu rounded up again. Niles Wickheiser whips him to the UK's corner. Here comes Ballarat Jack, and here comes a double team. An assisted flying shoulder takes Belescu down to the canvas. Tibor Belescu catches a couple of knees to the leg from Ballarat Jack. Ballarat Jack Jones rounds up Belescu again, and once more to the opposing team's corner. Ballarat Jack setting up here. Oh, another kick to the leg to Tibor Belescu, and another face wash, this time from Ballarat Jack. A rebound off the ropes, and off. Tibor Belescu in big time trouble here. Ballarat Jack misses with the diving knee. Belescu with a wrist clutch kick to the face, and now raining mounted lefts on the head of Ballarat Jack. Ballarat Jack Jones Struggling to get to a standing position, Bolescu delivers a wicked strength kick to the back. Here comes the Greek hustler, Ari Alexandros. A knee to the head from Ballarat Jack. The Greek hustler catches another kick and another stomp. Ballarat Jack Jones with a series of wrist clutch kicks to the side of the head of Ari Alexandros. Alexandros turns it around, a series of mounted punches to the head of Ballarat Jack. And there's a kick to the leg. Ari Alexandros gathers up Ballarat Jack Jones, whips him to the Team Euro corner. And the Greek hustler going to take this one all by himself, all the way up on the middle rope, and reverse dragon sleeper, trying to choke the life out of Ballarat Jack Jones. Here's a quick cover and a hook of the leg. One, but Niles Wickheiser right there to break up the pin before even the count of one. The Greek hustler rallying the fans in Liverpool for some support here as he rounds up Ballarat Jack Jones. Jones goes up over the shoulders in a fireman's carry. Alexandros deposits him head first against the turnbuckle. And what's the Greek hustler up to here? Ari Alexandros rounded up by Ballarat Jack, whipped to the UK's corner. And Ballarat Jack Jones off the middle rope, a flying kick right to the head of Ari Alexandros as Niles Wickheiser comes in on the tag and takes over for his team. The Greek hustler rounded up, a wrist clutch kick to the face. Wickheiser covers. 1, 2. But no, Ari Alexandros powering out of the pin and desperately making his way to his corner. Here comes the Hungarian Hurricane, Tibor Bolescu. Bolescu with a running kick takes Niles Wickheiser down. Locks up Wickheiser again. Whips him out over the top rope and onto the floor on the outside as the referee starts the count. Bolescu turns Wickheiser over. And there's a series of stomps to the back of the neck. Bolescu with more mounted left punches to Niles Wickheiser. There's a stomp to the midsection as Bolescu rolls himself back in. The referee continuing the count on Niles Wickheiser as Bolescu goes after Ballarat Jack Jones. A series of 10-count punches to the chest. Niles Wickheiser back on his feet, but still not back in the ring. And out to the floor goes Ballarat Jack Jones as Niles Wickheiser comes back in. Locks up Bolescu. Hard whip to the ropes. Here's a duck under from Wickheiser. A leapfrog. And here comes Bolescu. Hard shot to the midsection from Niles Wickheiser. Wickheiser whips him to the far right corner. Here's a clothesline. Down goes Bolescu. Another fast cover from Wickheiser. 1, 2. Again. Only a near fall. Bolescu still in there punching. And Niles Wickheiser displaying quite a bit of confidence here as Sir Reggie Smythe looks on quite alarmed as Bolescu continues to take abuse from both Niles Wickheiser and Ballarat Jack Jones. There was just a moonsault from Wickheiser. Wickheiser rounds Bolescu up. Whips him to the UK's corner. Rounds him up, hangs him up into the tree of woe. This is not going to be good for Bolescu. There's a kick to the ribs. And a series of knees right to the lower abdomen of the Hungarian Hurricane, who collapses out of the corner. Wickheiser gathers him up again. Up over the shoulders into the fireman's carry. Where's this going to go? There's a discus punch to Bolescu, who is already battered, bruised, and bleeding. Wickheiser winds up the arm. There's a kick right to the face of Bolescu. Here's another cover. 1, 2. Again, Bolescu still not willing to give up. He powered out of that pin. Niles Wickheiser locks up Bolescu, whips him to the UK's corner. Here comes Ballarat Jack Jones. Another double team in the offing here. A back body drop to the Hungarian Hurricane as Ballarat Jack assumes control here. A series of wrist clutch stomps to the chest of Tibor Bolescu, and I don't think I've ever seen the Hungarian Hurricane so manhandled before. Ballarat Jack Jones absolutely fired up. Tibor Bolescu struggling to get to a standing position. Delivers a desperation shot to the midsection. Here's a kick. Here's a right. Here's a chop across the chest. Ballarat Jack puts on the brakes. Delivers a kick to the midsection. Bolescu whipped to the ropes. Tries for the belly-to-belly, but Bolescu counters and battles back again. Gets a hold of Ballarat Jack Jones. Jones counters with some elbows to the midsection. Both Sir Reggie and Ari Alexandros looking very concerned. Bolescu whip to the UK's corner again. As Ballarat Jack continues to torture the arms of Tibor Bolescu against the rope. A series of kicks to the ribs and a kick to the face. Down goes Tibor Bolescu. There's a stomp to the midsection. And a series of hard kicks from Ballarat Jack, leading all of his weight into Bolescu's chest, up off the, oh my, knees right to the midsection, right to the chest of Tibor Bolescu. Bolescu in big trouble here. Here's a cover. 1, 2. I don't believe it. Tibor Bolescu absolutely refusing to give up the ship here. Ballarat Jack with another whip into the UK's corner for Bolescu. Drapes the leg over the rope and again torturing the arms and legs of the Hungarian Hurricane. A series of forearms and a spinning punt. Oh, Tibor Bolescu is out. Oh, this is bad. Ballarat Jack rounds up Bolescu again. Whips him back into the corner. Here's a tag to Niles Wickheiser. And this could be the beginning of the end for Tibor Bolescu. Oh, no. They're going to nail him with a spike pile driver. Oh, Tibor Bolescu has got to be out. Here's a cover. Here's a hook of the leg. And here's an illegal pin. The referee caught it and said, oh, no, you don't. Niles Wickheiser. Whipped to the ropes by Bolescu. Bolescu ducks under. Makes the leapfrog. Whoa, beautiful flying punch. Tibor Bolescu tags in Ari Alexandros rather wisely. Ari moves in on Niles Wickheiser. Winds up the leg in a position that Mother Nature just never intended. Ari Alexandros follows that up with a stomp to Wickheiser. Misses with the rolling elbow. Wickheiser quickly back up on his feet. Gets a hold of Ari Alexandros with the upper hand. There's a snap suplex. As Tibor Bolescu is brought back in on the tag. Bolescu bleeding from his eyes. There's a moonsault to Niles Wickheiser. Wickheiser rounded up by the Hungarian Hurricane. Whip to the ropes. Bolescu misses with the spear. Wickheiser gets a hold of him, whips him back into the UK's corner one more time. Wickheiser off the middle rope, flying kick to Bolescu, and down he goes. Tibor Bolescu certainly can't put up with much more of this abuse. Wickheiser on the top rope, waiting for Bolescu to stand up. And here it goes, a flying kick right to the face. Bolescu rounded up again. This is a brutal assault on the Hungarian Hurricane by the United Kingdoms. Niles Wickheiser again off the middle rope, another flying kick to the head of Tibor Bolescu. Bolescu struggling to stand, but it's no use. Wickheiser with a series of kicks to the head. And he's charging again. Goes for the cover quickly. 1, 2, 3, and mercifully, this one is over with the United Kingdom picking up the win.
The time was 12 minutes and 58 seconds. Your winners, the United Kingdoms.